kicking and screaming blasphemy. Don't give them reasons to say they were right, you were wrong, you couldn't go all the way. Forget up, repeat. Walk your hard times, wasn't the same. Forget up, repeat. Keep moving, don't stop for anything. Breathe life, survive. Are you afraid to die, afraid to be alive? This time I made up my mind and I'm not wasting time. Survival of the fittest, survive, survive. Breathe life, survive. Are you afraid to die, afraid to be alive? This time I made up my mind and I'm not wasting time. Survival of the fittest, survive, survive. Adversity devours the weak. If you wanna go and get it, be relentless. We are relentless. Adversity devours the weak. If you wanna go and get it, we are relentless. Relentless.
Well, Bobby, the time has come. As we get closer to NXT Takeover, Prelude to Violence, and our cage match, I only have a few thoughts. A, you're scared. Because you know these fans know that I'm better, the commentary team knows I'm better, the locker room knows I'm better, and they know you're going to lose. So you lash out. You attack Chad Gable, Ray Sicarius, Gabe and Inzane, and when I try to intervene, you try to attack me. Bobby, the disrespect has met its limit with me. And about the only thing I can say to you is be ready for this match. Because you don't know what's coming to you. Today's world lacks a lot of respect. It was something I was taught at a very young age. And then I know something very well. But Bobby, that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is you actually think you have a chance. It's actually very funny. But you know, I'm not really focused on anything else. Just the fact that I get to be locked inside a cage with you. 2 men walk in, 1 man walks out. And Bobby, it will be me. I promise you that. So until then, stay sharp and on your toes. And say when.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT. We are live on the ECW network here, coming to you from Witchita, Kansas, from the Charles Koch Arena. This is Brian Cole, joined as always by Alec Dene.
We are live here tonight, and this is the last NXT before Prelude to Violence, the Extreme NXT Showcase.
Well, today we're getting started right off the bat here. Big singles competition, and the biggest man in the NXT locker room is on his way down to the ring, Veritas, with his eyes set on the prize of taking out Torjstein Almighty at Takeover, Prelude to Violence this weekend.
Oh, exactly. And if you haven't heard, his opponent here tonight is Pat Bastard, and it's not going to be Pat tonight. It's going to be that poor bastard. He has to deal with this man, Veritas. And as you said, he is exactly... It is going to be a house fight at Prelude to Violence between him and Torjstein.
That's a battle of 2 of the largest athletes here on the roster. And speaking of a house fight, Torjstein might have his toughest challenge to date in the main event tonight as he takes on the #1 contender for the NXT Championship, Anthony Adams.
We have a Viking versus a criminal. It sounds like some old 1990s weird fighting game we got going on here at NXT for that main event.
Well, it might be a little nostalgic. It might be a little bit like a grindhouse matinee here tonight, but you so aptly described him. Pat Bastard isn't a lucky bastard here tonight. Been on a downward spiral ever since the demise of his former tag team partner Buzz Manchild, and well, he might hit rock bottom here tonight when he stands face to face with Veritas in the ring.
Well, if anybody can put him to rock bottom, it's going to be Veritas.
Pat Bastard, he's got to be a little jaded here tonight as well. His opponent is at the first ever takeover, as we talked about, and Pat Bastard seemingly left off the card here completely. So this is maybe an opportunity for him to prove himself to management, see if he can get into some kind of contention himself. You know, they're talking about how the landscape of NXT is going to change following takeover.
Oh, after takeover, there's going to be a huge shakeup with NXT. And let's put it this way: if management doesn't think you're up to stuff, you're out of here.
Well, there's been rumblings that RPJ has had his eye on the NXT roster specifically here. No word if who's going to be left in the wake of Prelude to Violence, but nonetheless, we are absolutely geared up for takeover. We're not going to stop talking about it here tonight, so get used to hearing that word. Hashtag it with us if you will, folks. The big time fight feel here. Our opening contest is just seconds away from starting.
Oh, that's probably not the best way thing you can do, Pat. You poor son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
Oh, at one point I was sitting there thinking that was a bird and that was a plane, and then I realized it was Pat Bastard falling back to the ground.
Well, Pat had the misfortune of trying to take on a returning Brandon Wolfe from last week's SmackDown, and came up short there as well. But this man's about the size of 4 or 5. Brandon Wolfe, there's a big pump-handed slam into a cover.
Well, let's face it, Veritas is what, like, in between that 7 foot, 7'2". I mean, he just tossed him up. He probably fell a good 10, 11 feet straight back down.
You talk about there not being any pool in the water, but he definitely hit the bottom of the pool, and not the shallow end either.
Oh, absolutely! Just went straight to rock bottom, if you will.
Look at this. Pat's trying to mount some kind of offense here, but Veritas is shoving him away. And
oh God!
Takes him there. Seen Veritas pick up a victory recently here on NXT against Jimmy John, trying to get that momentum. Finally getting in the win column, he was, and then he was cut off by Torjstein Almighty after the match.
Oh, they're like basically battling for just who the supreme being almost is. Who's the bigger guy?
You got to think for these super heavyweights on the roster, seeing the success of an Anthony Adams is really motivating to them. Seeing them their size.
Oh, indeed, we don't discriminate here on NXT. Anybody can come in and get the job done, no matter what your size is. Pancakes Pat Bastard again in the corner.
Pat trying to desperately figure out some kind of offense here, and finally able to put a little bit of a scratch in the armor there, but I don't know if that's enough to slow him down. Oh, nice counter arm drag there. Pat finally getting his footing here, able to fight back.
Huge knee lift there right into the face of Pat Bastard. Oh, the big man's going.
Oh my God, Veritas might have flattened him there today. Look at this.
And Pat was getting up on his hands and knees, and he just drove him. That's a good way to almost, I'd probably say, like, blow out a knee or an arm, just putting all that weight for all that much more weight to drop back down.
Well, if this doesn't put away Pat Bastard, he's one tough bastard, and he kicks out at 2, somehow kicking out there.
Pat's starting to mount a little bit of offense now.
Or maybe he's slowed down the big man here. Wait a second. Shaking that with off. Gonna take more than a jab to take this giant down. He's got up on spaghetti legs today. Veritas is wobbly here. Oh!
He juked and jabbed him all the way down.
Pat slowly making the comeback here. Veritas is slow to get to his feet.
Oh, drop kick.
This is what Pat needs. He's got to stay on top of him. He can barely cover the shoulder, the girth of this man.
Oh, he grabbed him bad at the back. Oh, just like that's not even like a club. That's like a sledgehammer being brought down onto you. Pat still kicks out. Never one to question the toughness of Pat. He's shown us here in the past that he is one indeed fat, tough bastard.
Oh, there's a modified takedown there. He hooks the leg as much as he can. Still unable to get a proper.
Well, those punches almost are not even phasing Veritas at this point. Oh, he has the sleeper. He has the sleeper locked in, and Veritas could be fading.
Trying to put him out here with the sleeper hold. It's worked for him in the past. Is it going to be enough to put the giant? Oh, wait. Oh my God. Veritas just throws him over. Look at the power here again of Veritas, just pummeling his way out and just flipping him over off of his feet.
That's what happens when you try to grab a man that's almost probably a foot and a half taller than you. You got no leverage.
Oh, the back body drop.
Oh, but we're falling out of the sky now again.
Oh, an axe handle. Well, the plan is working here. They can Pat bastard paint.
We just clotheslined Veritas completely over the ropes. It hits a flying knee drop to the outside.
Taking his time here, trying to. Well, I thought he was lining up for something, but decided to do a little bit of showboating again. That hasn't really been beneficial here. Veritas saw the punch coming that time.
Well, he returned the punt with a punch of his own, and that's like getting hit with a sledgehammer again. Your body can't take too much more of those back body drops with Veritas, because like it's not like a normal man getting where possibly go from 7 feet or whatever, 6, 7 feet. You're going from Veritas, that's at least 11-foot drop, and Pat has continuously took those drops.
And Veritas tried to steamroll him there with that running body block. Pat Bastard was still somehow able to kick out here. Veritas trying to size him up now from the corner, it looks like. Oh, Pat.
He's going to try to chicken job again.
Well, it worked before. Pat here, wait a second.
Let's go back to the top.
Oh my, wait there, tosses up on his feet.
Oh, he caught him.
Oh, a big slam.
He just spiked him into the mat. Oh, it's not good now, man. Veritas, he looks fired up. Oh, he's winding up. Oh, just gets punched.
A home run shot here from Veritas.
We talked about Veritas being on spaghetti legs.
Pat Bastard crumbles from the impact of that big punch. And that's all she wrote.
big momentum win picked up by Veritas heading into his Prelude to Violence match. I guess Pat Master's going to have to continuously go back to that drawing board there and come up with some new game plan to get those W's.
Veritas here, a dominating performance tonight to say the least.
There's a sledgehammer-like blow, just taking the back of his head, just driving his fist into his stomach. There's that discus punch that just cleans the clock of Pat Bastard and completely knocks him out for that 1, 2, and 3.
Veritas, again, very impressive here tonight. He is ready for TakeOver, ready to make it his own stage. And coming up next, we have another big match here tonight, guys. Brandon Wolfe is back in action again. He also has words for ECW fans here tonight. He takes on the Tag Team Championship, Jimmy John.
Oh, this should be a highly contested match. See Jimmy John lately kind of become on a roll here, and the return of Brandon Wolfe, as we saw on SmackDown, is still in fantastic form.
Absolutely, this should be a great match here. Two men who's stood the test of time here at NXT. Can't wait to see this one. It's coming up right after this next commercial break, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, NXT fans? This is the Cross Country King, Bobby Mitchell, and yep, believe it or not, I'm actually driving myself tonight, and I'm not rocking anything fashionable and shit because I'm not in a good mood. And of course, you know, I gave my driver a day, or not a day, but a vacation at this point because I just want to be left alone, and I'm about to tell you guys why I'm in a bad mood. You all remember on SmackDown, right? I was going to wrestle my fellow wrestler in NXT, Gabe Inzane, and if we remember in the beginning of the show, I made a promise saying that after I beat Gabe Inzane, I was going to beat the crap out of him as a message to Eric Silva of things to come for NXT Takeover Prelude to Violence, and to end people's careers, some people's careers, so to speak, so that way those people can look at Eric and be like, you piece of crap. You're the one that caused Bobby to be like that. You're the one that caused him to try to end my career. I don't want anything to do with you. Anyways, I beat Gabe Inzane, and no surprise, really. And I was about to fulfill that promise because, hey, I'm a man of my word. I'm always a man of my word. But guess who gets involved? What a surprise. Eric Silva. Oh boy, Eric. You never learn, do you? Well, I kind of figured you never learn because, hell, outlaws don't really have a brain. I mean, hell, that's probably why they're 6 feet under at this point. Regardless. Eric, I know why you saved Gabe Inzane. Now I know why. At first, I didn't understand at first, but now I know why. You did it not because you care about Gabe Inzane. You don't care about him. Hell, Eric, you can put on in this front that, because you're a rookie and all this like me, and that you're an outlaw, you're supposed to be a badass, but you're actually a nice guy. Everyone in the locker likes you and shit. Hell, no one likes you, Eric. That's the reality, and you don't care about anybody, Eric. You don't care, because you're a fraud, a phony. You don't care about anybody. Me? I am 100% legit, dude. I could care less if people like me or hate me. Well, I mean, what are we in? We're in wrestling, dude. Do you want to win a popularity contest? Just be Mr. Popular? Or do you want to be successful? I'm going too ahead of myself here. Let me just go ahead and get to the point. The point is that tonight in NXT, I'm teaming up with a guy I respect in the form of the Hardcore Champion, Walter Scott. And of course, teaming up with the champ, Matt Black. I'm still going to get payback on you one day for those chair shots a couple of NXT episodes ago. As we're going to face Gabe Inzane, Dash McNastybones, and of course, the outlaw Eric Silva. The reality is this, and I'm pretty sure Matt Black and Walter all feel the same. I'm not good with teams. I always prefer being my own guy. And I'm pretty sure our champ is the same way too, but I could see now that the three of us need to work together so we could win the match, and I can do something that I need to finish what I started on SmackDown. Because, you see, Gabe and Zane, we're going to have fun tonight after the match. That's right. So you better pray to God that Eric Silva or Dash try to do something to stop me. Or better yet, try. You know what, Eric, don't worry, Eric. I'm not going to give you a bad of a beating, because I'm saving what's to come for you at NXT Takeover Prelude of Violence when we're locked inside a steel cage, because there's nowhere to run for the both of us. Nowhere in the back for us to beat the crap out of each other, which, by the way, if I want to remind you again, I knocked you out not once, but twice with 2 cross-country kicks. But we're going to be locked in a steel cage. Hell's playground, baby. Well, the second playground, because we're not in Hell in a Cell. But still, tonight, I don't care. You know what? At this point, I don't care if it's good. Because Matt, Walter, Dash, you get in my way of what I want to send tonight, you're going to be next. And you know what? At the end of the night tonight, the show is going to end in a bloodbath, baby. I'll see you all later tonight.
Folks, welcome back here as we're getting ready for this next matchup, as you can tell before Brandon Wolfe and Jimmy John. Eric Silva here backstage.
Oh, he's meeting with Dash here. Yeah, it's a part of this massive 6-man tag match that we have coming up later tonight.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to get on the same page as your partners here, and that's the agenda of the Outlaw here. Rally and the troops. Anthony Adams is also here tonight as we talk about his main event still to come. He's ready to go, ready to slay a Viking here tonight.
I'll say we have a 1990s house fight for you, if you will. Street Fighter and Tekken, eat your heart out, because we got a pirate or a Viking versus a criminal here for you.
Walter Scott looks like he's ready for the next 6-man tag as well. Bobby Mitchell, we just heard from him on his way to the arena. Looks like he just arrived. Bobby's always talked about the respect he has for Walter Scott. They look like they may not be seeing eye to eye here for what was being said between them.
A SmackDown, I made my official return to ECW. And Pat Bastard, you gave one heck of a fight. But you were facing a man that had something to prove. A man that had a quest to fulfill since coming back at the Royal Rumble. That's 3 things. The first is showing the ECW universe how much I've improved since the last time they truly saw me, which was being killed by Ryan Osriel. The second is fighting with the Young Lions in NXT, without a doubt, in my opinion, the future of ECW. And the third, most importantly, doing things I could have never done in the past. like winning the NXT Championship. Matt Black, I know you're the holder of that title. I know you're sitting on your throne with your crown above your head. But since it's a belt, it's going to be around your waist or around your shoulders. But it's a crown nonetheless. You know eventually we're going to have an encounter. You know what's going to be on the line. Your championship. May not be in a week, may not be in a month, but eventually I'm going to have my second opportunity for the NXT Championship. And this time, there's not going to be a pissed off individual that's just frustrated not having the opportunities he believes he deserves. No. It's going to be you and me, one-on-one, with somebody guaranteed walking out as champion. As of now, it's just a game of patience. I just worked my way up, proving how much I deserve the opportunity, proving to management and everybody that I deserve to have that chance. And once that day comes, you know the outcome. You know the inevitable will be. And that is the fallen king losing his crown to the Night Wolf. Keep your eyes locked on the screen tonight. Because I know for a fact you did it on SmackDown. Watch every single thing I do in this match. Take all the notes you need. Because eventually, when that match comes, when that day arrives, you need everything you got.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NXT here. Time for more singles action. One half of American Justice is on his way out here tonight. Jimmy John has been up and down here in the singles division in NXT. You could say victory not long ago over Torjstein Almighty, but then this recent defeat with Veritas. Well, you don't have your work cut out for you when you're up against Brandon Wolfe, to say the least. So this should be an interesting affair for these two.
Oh, definitely, especially Jimmy John. He's gonna need all the momentum he can going into his Prelude run. With him and Gabe going with those tag team title shots, really. But he has one heck of a challenge in front of him tonight with Brandon Wolfe.
Yeah, he wants to definitely leave some. He doesn't want to go in less than 100% here. Brandon Wolfe is a very adept singles competitor, and Jimmy's got a lot on his mind. You got to think that going up against the undefeated tag team champions Forever Youngbloods isn't going to be an easy task either. This is definitely a little bit of a proving grounds here tonight and come Takeover for American Justice.
Oh, you talked about a proving ground. This man is set back here to prove himself once again.
Well, we heard from Brandon Wolfe as we came back there from the break, and Wolfe is very determined. He's got his eyes set on your man there today. He wants whoever wins that NXT Championship match at Takeover. And I gotta say that Anthony Adams may not be a fan of it, but Brandon Wolfe sounds like he's favoring the champion. He wants Matt Black to himself.
Well, we've known those two have had a little bit of a history here in NXT between Brandon Wolfe and Matt Black. Multiple six-man tag matches. They've had one singles match that was interrupted with Lewis Rivers. So there's a little bit of some unfinished business between those two.
Yeah, definitely. And what a better way to settle that business than with a title shot potentially. You got to think that RTJ would love to see that at maybe a future takeover event. Matt Black, of course, became the NXT champion back at WrestleMania 2. That was a big successful night for ECW as anticipated. And Brandon Wolfe, again, another man who seemingly was left out of the equation for this first ever takeover. You got to think that maybe the next one down the ways from here, he's going to definitely have his eyes set on becoming the contender for that.
Oh, we've seen it before. There's not much that, Brandon Wolfe, he doesn't get too discouraged about anything. If he's not there on the first try, or if he's not there for whatever reason, he makes sure that he's gonna be there on the next card.
Absolutely. That sums it up very much so. One of the most motivated and optimistic, one of the hungriest men here in the game. Sizing each other up, we got a collar elbow here to open this match up. Wolfe overpowering Jimmy here into the turnbuckle. A clean break as expected from these two.
Well, I don't think we're not gonna get too much dirty tactics, if you will, in this match. This is gonna be the good old clean wrestling is what this one's gonna be.
Jimmy with that waist lock, but Wolfe able to snap him over for the chin lock. Jimmy though pulls the arm through and to a side headlock of his own here. So locking up again, very, very scientific here from the get-go. Jimmy now with that arm wringer. That's Brandon Wolfe with a reversal.
Oh, we're just trading holds here right now. A little bit of that feeling out process.
Jimmy able to counter that into a hammer lock. And, oh, Brandon Wolfe with the armbar takedown. Putting on a chain wrestling clinic. Jimmy escapes out of that.
And back where we started.
Front neck lock here. Hammer lock from behind. Looking for a belly to back. Brandon Wolfe lands on his feet.
Oh, that's that athleticism that Brandon Wolfe possessed.
Oh, it was like a fisherman brain buster there. Spiking him on the back of his head.
I'll say that the velocity of this match, I guess if you want to call it, just got turned up by a notch.
It did, and Brandon Wolfe is in the driver's seat quickly here. We've seen this with the match with Pat Bastler as well. How he was able to dictate the flow of that match with Team White. Jimmy here firing back with some punches now. Locks him up again, snapmare takedown. Oh, wait a second. Abdominal stretch here as he got him in the seated position. Jimmy really pressuring the grappling here. Brandon Wolfe fighting up to his vertical base, trying to get back into control. There's a big hip toss. Some damage was done there to Brandon Wolfe though from that. And, oh, drops a knee. Jimmy blocks that. Got Wolfe here. For a second. Brandon Wolfe tossed through the ropes.
Oh, Jimmy's looking ready.
He's got something in mind here, something big. Brandon Wolfe has just recovered. There's a suicide dive.
Oh, and back into the barricade and everything.
One more time here on the replay. Jimmy coming through like a torpedo. Brandon Wolfe went hard into that barricade. Both men trying to get up there. Jimmy might take a little bit out of himself with that. They don't call it a suicide dive for nothing.
Oh, that's not what you want to be doing, is pandering to the crowd right there.
Brandon Wolfe making him pay.
He gave Brandon every opportunity to get, basically regain his base.
So we got a little bit of a fist fight happening here right in front of the fans. In the front row. Referee trying to get both these men back into the ring here. Oh, wait a second. Trying to ring out the arm, but Brandon Wolfe able to escape with an arm drag. Brandon allowed Jimmy to get back up to his feet here. And oh no, wait a second!
Oh, the ref was almost caught in the way of that.
I think Brandon Wolfe completely realized he might have stunned himself here. The referee's not in position to make the cover.
That spear got both of them.
And the referee definitely got in the way. Jimmy able to recover. Jimmy's going to take control, take advantage of this situation. A misfire there from Brandon Wolfe. Putting the dukes up here. Brandon wobbling for these punches. Oh.
Jimmy John lands that big left haymaker on him.
Nice whip here.
Oh, he tried to look for that clothesline. He tried to look for that rebound clothesline.
And he's put away Torjstein with that before, as we talked about. From the top rope, big frog splash from Jimmy. Hooking the leg. He almost had him there, a 2 count.
You have to imagine how big would that be for Jimmy. As much as I don't want to discount Jimmy in this instance, but man, like for him to pick up the win over Brandon Wolfe, especially after Brandon Wolfe's big words right before this match.
Well, I think that make all the difference. Jimmy might not just be looking at a tag team title opportunity, but a bigger title opportunity. Again, he didn't catch all of that leg drop. He likes to use that slingshot leg drop, and got the lower back, but that was it. Brandon Wolfe was able to escape there. Jimmy looking a little frustrated as a result. Oh! Palm strikes to the neck and to the abdomen there, and an uppercut from Brandon Wolfe. Oh! Wolfe for the cannonball.
It just flat out dead weights himself onto Jimmy John's.
Well, Jimmy here. Wait, Brandon Wolfe looking for a frog splash of his own.
Little springboard action there.
Matching offense with one another, and Jimmy kicks out this time. Oh, wait, Jimmy here up to a vertical base. Oh, caught him with a forearm. Oh wait, he's got Wolfe up. The red white, the FU. Jimmy looking to steal this. Brandon Wolfe might be out here, and he gets the shoulder up.
Well, he barely gets it up.
One more time, that big forearm rocking Brandon Wolfe. Got him off guard.
And Jimmy, he saw his opportunity and he took it.
Getting a huge moment there, but Brandon Wolfe still able to kick out. Shoulder block from Jimmy. He's getting fired up, another shoulder block. Swing and a miss from Wolfe, and a big powerbomb there. Spin out powerbomb.
Well, he's looking for the pin again, keeping up the aggression on him. And he gets an opponent like Wolfe. That's what he's going to have to do if Jimmy John wants to win this. Just keep on with the aggressive, keep on with the tenacity.
Wait a second here. Oh! For a frog splash and missed that one. And you gotta think Jimmy's finding out now how hard it is to put away someone like Brandon Wolfe. So many men have found out before him here. Brandon, that big knife edge, chopping a drop kick. Oh, kick his feet out right from anything, and there's another kick to the face. Brandon Wolfe mounting offense here. Oh, got the foot. Wait. Oh, there's another super kick.
Hey, he missed with the first one, but he didn't miss with that second one. Oh, and he's lining it up. Direct line of sight.
He's looking to put him away. There's a spear out of the turnbuckle. Brandon Wolfe continuing this roll of momentum here. Jimmy might be out of this. Is this enough? Got one more thing up his sleeve here, looks like, Danae. You know what this is as well as I do. He's hooking him. Cradles the leg for that Wolfe howl. And there it is.
All right, Jimmy, man, that's it. That's out.
Dialing up the intensity. Back-to-back power moves here. 2. And that's it. Brandon Wolfe wins again. Take a look back at some of the action late in this match. There was that big frog splash from Jimmy. Close 2 count, but it was just not enough.
Well, that was a big moment at the height of his almost momentum, if you will.
There was that leg drop. Brandon Wolfe almost got out of the way of it. Cut the lower back. Jimmy still tried to make a cover here. He wasn't satisfied with the end result. Brandon Wolfe turned things around, starting with his frog splash. Now, Matt Black's got a lot on his plate here tonight, and at Takeover. You got to think that he's watching this match very closely for what Brandon Wolfe had to say. Here's the red-white FU from Jimmy. Again, big move. It's put people away in the past, but it's just not enough here to put away Brandon Wolfe on this night.
Oh, we've seen it. Like we said, Wolfe's tenacity at this point, he's dead set. His basically crosshairs are set on that NXT title. And he cannot suffer any defeat, and that's not what's going to be stopping him.
Another opponent falls short. The glory of Brandon Wolfe here. Fans proud to have him back here in NXT where he calls home in ECW. Man who talks a big game and backs it up here.
Hey, Wolfie! Over here. There you go. You see, the minute I step foot into this arena, all I get bombarded by is people wanting to interview me, not because I'm the NXT champion, not because I'm the best in NXT. No, it's because, did you hear what Brandon Wolfe said? Yes, I've heard what Brandon Wolfe said. So Brandon, let me address you. So you want to call me out? You want to take another stab at climbing the mountain, fulfilling this journey, this redemption road of yours. We see, here's the thing. You dropped the ball the first time. But don't worry, because I was there. I picked it up. At WrestleMania, I became NXT champion. But here's the thing. The thing of the matter is it became my NXT. This is my show. So, go ahead, you climb that ladder again. Take the journey to the top. Go through everyone, because you're at the back of the line as far as I'm concerned. But go ahead, you beat everyone. You're right. If you beat everyone, we will get that one-on-one shot. But the thing is you got this whole thing twisted. You think that I need to bring everything I have to beat you? No. It's all twisted around in your head. You're going to need everything you have. Because you're right. This is my crown. And sitting on top of my throne on NXT, I am. But let's put it this way, Brandon. The fact remains, at this point, you're not even in my league.
Chick that used to dance a lot. Every night she'd be on the floor shaking what she'd got. Man, when I tell you she was cool, she was red hot. I mean,
Folks, welcome back here as we get ready for our next matchup. Number one contender for the hardcore title, Marcus Grant, taking on a man that he overcame in a triple threat match to get that title shot back in Payback, Mike Mitchell. Both these men have matches coming up here at the next Takeover that we've been talking about all night. It should be a little bit of a showcase for the both of them, trying to get momentum going into their respective Takeover matches.
Oh, exactly. Especially Marcus Grant. He's going to need all the momentum going into that hardcore title match with Walter Scott.
Walter Scott, Marcus Grant has been a little bit of mental warfare, you could say, that's become physical, like recently on SmackDown. A little bit of I would say showmanship, a little bit taunting and gesturing started back at Payback, and I think this hardcore title match is going to live up to the height of the title and its prestige. Gabe and Zane is he's getting prepared tonight and trying to get even with Bobby Mitchell here, and Eric Silva in the ring gear. Their match is following Marcus Grant and Mitchell here tonight. Looks like Silva continuing to wow this team or take a little bit of the team captain role, if you will.
It's all about being on the same page as we touched in the 6-man tag matches. Those who are on the same page normally come out failing.
That's been a stigma for our NXT champion Matt Black in this situations before. We've seen, I think we talked about his shortcomings in tags in action. Bobby Mitchell also geared up here. Speaking of, he had some foul words for the champion earlier. But he's trying to put that aside, maybe get the respect of the champion just for one night.
Oh, and Matt Black's not having it.
You gotta think Matt Black's not happy about being in the 6-man tag to begin with.
Oh, we know how he feels about these 6-man tag matches. He feels that they are 100% complete beneath him, and you just have to imagine that RPJ is just laughing at the fact that he is in this match tonight.
Well, the champion, of course, showed RPJ just what he thought of defending the title to Anthony Adams again last time they were face to face in the ring. So maybe this is a little bit of payback here for what happened there. Anyway, Marcus Grant on his way down to the ring here.
Indeed, and the man is hyped. He's been ready to go. So I mean, we'll see how things go for him tonight.
Well, it looks like maybe in the spirit of Takeover, Marcus Grant switching up his attire here tonight. Shirt, tights, won't say it all there. Face it, he's next. Well, he wants to prove to Walter Scott that him winning at Payback was no fluke, being the first man to pin Asher Crane in that triple threat match.
Well, it's been one of those things that Walter's been clamoring for that competition, and this might be he will finally get that with coming into Marcus Grant.
Yeah, Walter has been just scratching at the walls for a challenger, going as far as to put the title on the line in an impromptu challenge with Eric Silva on NXT here recently.
Yeah, talk about a surprise there when Walter comes out and just almost just completely throws the title up for it.
Yeah, a game-changing moment there. The champion calling his own shot. He felt like the entire NXT roster has been overlooking him since he became champion. The fans obviously disagreed. The match when he became champion at WrestleMania 2 was voted on as the fans' match of the year. But Walter Scott again feeling overlooked by potential challengers. Picking his own moment to shine here. Mike Mitchell here grabbing a hold early. Knee lift there to Marcus Grant. Mike Mitchell came in on such a hot streak when he debuted here in NXT, but has really faltered since, trying to regain some momentum here.
Talk about a back roundhouse kick right there from Sussman.
Mike Mitchell not a fan of the showboating that followed. Trying to tee off here on the Sussman. Some of the turnbuckle. Oh, Mike Mitchell.
Big tornado DDT right there.
Yeah, wasting no time here, delivering some high impact offense, and now he's going up to the top rope.
Oh, he's calling for it.
Calling a show. Wait, Marcus Grant. Oh my God, he leaps to the top rope.
Have you ever seen that before?
Look at the. Today, he just threw Mike Mitchell 3/4 of the way across the ring with this belly to belly. I mean, he didn't even scale the ropes. That was one leap, and Mike Mitchell driven into the canvas there with such force. This is the kind of athleticism and the power that Walter Scott's going to have to deal with in this title defense. Marcus Grant was for sure that was a 3 count, and the referee telling him again that was a 2.
That's definitely going to be one of those matches that if you're not looking for that match at Takeover with the athleticism between Walter and Marcus Grant inside a hardcore stipulation match, oh, it's going to be a spectacle to be bewildered.
Trying to suplex there off the catch. Yeah, I think this match has potential to steal the show. There's so many big matches at Takeover, but with the hardcore title being defended on an NXT exclusive pay-per-view for the first time in over 2 years, this is going to be huge. Marcus Grant here, full head of steam with a senton.
Oh, it's just a straight shot.
And Marcus Grant here, man, Mike Mitchell can't even recover. He missed that enziguri. He's feeling it. This onslaught here. Oh, Marcus Grant, just look at this, deadlifting him up here. Oh my God.
Oh!
Oh!
Dangerous! Just dangerous!
Shades of Wyatt Asriel on Raw from earlier this week. The power again of Marcus Grant here. Look at Mike Mitchell. He was trying to grab the ropes there, and his grip just broken in half as he gets flung over the ropes.
Well, Marcus, he popped those hips and just sent Mitchell flying.
At this rate today, Mike Mitchell may not make it to his Takeover match. Oh. Marcus showing that he can get hardcore, he can get crazy, hitting that elbow to the outside of the ring. Sussman bringing out all the big moves here tonight.
I think that's going to be the defining factor for Marcus going into that hardcore match, is how well can you adapt to that stipulation. Those hardcore environments are completely a different mindset than just a regular one-on-one match.
Yeah,
I mean, we had that.
We've seen what he's able to do with payback, but there's that clothesline.
I mean, we had the same conversation with going with Walter before when he was going against Shawn Nice. Well, how well can he adapt? And he basically has taken that and made that his own niche now. So the biggest question is can Marcus do the same thing? And slams him straight down to the mat.
And that's it. Marcus Grant hitting the susplex there. Today he just steamrolled Mike Mitchell here on NXT's days before Takeover. Complete mauling by Sussman here, headed into that big title match.
Rolling in with all the momentum here tonight.
One susplex is all it took. You see there on the replay, Marcus Grant, dominating performance here.
Extreme Virtual Pro Wrestling. The dirtiest.
To do this! The fuckboy eyes is a nerd, that's why.
Roughest.
Wow, Rocket Patel's rest in pieces!
Hard hitting.
Oh!
Extreme show on YouTube.
What are you waiting for? It's time to get
Extreme!
every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube.
I'm afraid to be alive. This time I made up my mind, and I'm not wasting time. Survival.
Well, today it's time for our co-main event. The big six-man tag match is upon us.
Oh, it's got to be a completely interesting one with a bunch of combustible elements in place.
Absolutely, this is a star-studded affair here for NXT. We got the budding, almost a debut here, tag team for Gabe and Inzane and McNastybones teaming with the Outlaw Eric Silva, the rising force itself. We got the champions, NXT champion, NXT Hardcore champion, Walter Scott and Matt Black, and of course Bobby Mitchell, who has history with just about everybody in this match. We've seen the backstage camaraderie and a little bit of tension. And well, as we're hearing this right, it looks like the NXT champions coming out first here for this.
We don't usually see this. The NXT champion come first. Normally he's almost always on the demand to come out last.
We heard from him earlier tonight. He had some words for Brandon Wolfe. There's no telling what Matt Black's doing coming out to the ring here tonight first. Maybe he just wants to make sure that, despite his nature with these types of matches, he gets the spotlight to himself before everybody else comes out here and takes it away from him.
We've known in the past he's not too keen on people taking things away from him.
Wichita, Kansas here, receptive for the Elite One. Seems to be very receptive to the champion here tonight. We'll have to gauge that based off how the reception goes for Anthony Adams later tonight. Yeah, I think Matt Black can't be happy as well also about Anthony Adams being in the main event here tonight. And Matt Black getting relegated to tag team action.
I'll say that's the biggest point right there. Anthony Adams gets one-on-one action, and Matt Black is sitting here faced, and not only just tag team action, the 6-man tag team match. If there's any match that he hates probably more than anything, that he has a worse winning percentage, that he almost guaranteedly loses every match, it's these 6-man tag matches, and we know that he hates these.
Well, it's be hard for him to brag about another victory here. It's someone like a Bobby Mitchell or even Walter Scott if you come up short for his team. Because that's the thing about a 6-man tag match. He doesn't even have to be the one to take the fall here. Come out under the losing endings. Oh wait, this is why he's coming out first. He's got a microphone.
He's gonna make sure the spotlight is him.
Alright, so now that the first matter of business has been taken care of tonight, let's get down to the second part of business. And the second part of business revolves around NXT last week. And the fact that RPJ can't stand the fact that this is my show, he decides that while I'm talking to come and interrupt my time of speaking, steal my light, steal my time. You see, I don't appreciate that. And so when I showed him my tone for not appreciating his disrespectfulness of taking my time, wants to come out there and talk about how I didn't win honestly at Payback. When let's face it, Anthony Adams' shoulders were pinned to the mat 1, 2, 3, and I still stood as NXT champion. But no, he has to go and give Anthony Adams another shot at my title, because that's apparently what happens here in ECW. When you lose, you just get handed rematches and rematches and opportunities and opportunities. You don't have to earn anything anymore. You just get handed those things to you. But he thinks that I, after all of that, am going to shake his hand. Why would I shake the hand of a man that disrespected me, RPJ? As such, you did. Why would I shake the hand of someone that disrespected me? I didn't. I slapped it out of the way, got out of the ring. But no, that couldn't have been it. He couldn't let that be. No, in all of RPJ's vengefulness and his spite, he has to go and make my match with the criminal Anthony Adams no holds barred. And then proceeds to allow this man, if not tell this man, to go and attack me and break into my locker room. You see, I had half the mind after that night to hire a team of lawyers, sue Anthony Adams for breaking and entering and assault and battery, file charges and send him back to prison where he belongs, and then file a motion against RPJ for putting me in an unsafe work environment, an endangerment to my health. But later, as I was sitting there thinking it, there's a moment of clarity hit. Because you see, Anthony Adams RPJ just sealed your fate. He made a mistake. And I must thank you, because maybe you awoken something in me that I had lost since winning this NXT title. Maybe I've lost my aggressive edge, my killer instinct, if you will, because I sure as hell didn't lose my smarts, because we can look at Payback and see that. But RPJ made one mistake. And the fact of the matter is, Anthony Adams, at Prelude to Violence, when you lose, it's not your fault. It's not my fault that I'm better than you. No, it is all RPJ's fault, because everything that I can do to you is legal. Anything and everything is legal. It doesn't matter what I do, because it is legal. And the only person to blame for what happens to you at Prelude to Violence, Anthony Adams, is RPJ, because everything in this match will be on his head and in his hands. And then, about tonight in this 6-man tag match that RPJ wants to take a jab at me and put me in. Well, you know what? You're about to see how I feel about this 6-man tag match.
Well, today the NXT champion has a lot on his mind here tonight, and it's like a list that just keeps growing.
Oh, exactly. You have to wonder if he's going to be that focused. I mean, he pretty much seems dead set on Prelude to Violence, but still, with that much going on your mind with here tonight, can you still remain that focused for tonight's match and for Prelude to Violence?
As we could guess from the beginning of the show, from the moment match was made, it doesn't seem too involved with this concept of teaming with Bobby Mitchell and Walter Scott here tonight.
Let's face it, he didn't even address the fact that this was a 6-man tag match until the very end.
He doesn't seem to have much empathy for his partners or his opponents here tonight. Who knows? He might let Bobby and Walter do all the work here for all we know. But one thing's for sure, with what Bobby had to say earlier about the champion and with the current new champions in, so Bobby Mitchell and Matt Black work together here in this match.
And if I'm a betting man, I'm telling you no. I'm telling you, there's no way. There's too much past history in tag matches with these two that this is gonna work. Bobby has been mad at Matt Black for those chair shots. You gotta think the tag team match where Bobby left the ring and left Matt out to dry in his eyes. Like, there's just too much going along. This is why I said there's so many combustible elements, so many variables happening in this match.
Well, I've got news for Bobby Mitchell. Bobby Mitchell wants to be mad about the NXT champion taking a steel chair to him. Now, granted that I don't agree with Matt Black hitting anybody with a steel chair in a sanctioned match, Bobby Mitchell was running his mouth when that happened. So that's just a little bit of what's coming back around. But they have to see eye to eye here tonight, because as much as Bobby Mitchell has been talking trash about Eric Silva, it's going to come right back around and reciprocate to him if he's the one who gets pinned here tonight, let alone gets pinned possibly by Eric Silva himself.
I mean, you have Walter Scott, who's like pretty much the wild card on this team, who just is like basically just here for the competition, man. Like, and he's just here.
He's here. You gotta think this is a bit of a butting of egos here between the champions. We've heard shots being made by both men. The Matt Black show. NXT is the show basically that Walter Scott, built from the ground up around him. He's talked about since he debuted. He's been here longer than Matt Black. He's been here longer than all of them. I mean, there's a little bit of ego here. Maybe, you say Matt Black, he wants to win this for himself. Who knows? There's so much that could go down in this match here tonight. And speaking of some pride and ego, Eric Silva here, he's looking at one man in that ring, and that man is Bobby Mitchell.
Oh, the stare down. I don't think we're going to ever get past this whole Bobby and Eric thing. This hatred is so intense. Like, it's been a long time in NXT since we've had a hatred so intense as these two. Basically, the only ones that I can remember where we felt this, like, basically these goosebumps is between Dick and when Lewis were going at it. These two men physically cannot stand each other and mentally hate each other.
Oh, that is a great point there, Tanay. And you have to look at it like this. The example that you just gave us, neither of those men are currently in NXT. Lewis Rivers on Raw, Dick Nicholas gone from ECW by the hands of Lewis Rivers. These two men are literally looking to take over at Prelude Violence.
I mean, it can be aptly named that their rivalry has almost been the highlight of NXT every single week. They have already taken over NXT almost on a programmed level.
They've been two names that are so intertwined by that rivalry, but also fans just could not stop talking about. And look at this, Gabe and Dash entering together here.
Oh, Gabe. He basically just like downgraded his tag team partner now. He went from Buzz Manchild to this guy.
Those two guys who they found a mutual alliance there in dealing with Pat Bastard and Buzz Manchild. Now they might be stepping into the tag team division. Stirring up the pot a little bit here, but we'll see how this fares. And look at this, you got a little stare down here. And
Matt's telling Bobby wants to start, and Matt's telling him to get to his corner.
Champion trying to put the rookie in his place here early in this matchup.
Well, we know it's all about Matt Black when it comes to anything he does, so...
I think Gabe and Dash are on the same page. A little bit of a high five there. No arguments between those two about who's starting the match for their side. Wait, oh my... Bobby just tagged himself into the match. Okay, this is shades of what happened between Eric Silva and Bobby Mitchell in their debut. Looks like Bobby is getting his wish to the disdain of the NXT champion here. Matt Black says, go ahead and have your way with it, man.
You know that there's going to be some retribution for that right there. Matt Black is too much a conniving, clever, like almost tactician, if you will, that he's not going to let some little thing like that slide past him. That, in his mind, that is like an ultimate disrespect.
That was total disrespect here. Matt was trying to start the match, put Bobby in his place. Coulter was just not even on the apron, just letting them argue amongst themselves. And Bobby has to get the last laugh in, has to start the match, tags himself back in before the bell even rings. And now he's paying for here. Dash McNastybones. It's quite a bit of in-ring experience. He's been around longer than most people would imagine.
You have to wonder if this is just that jealousy of Bobby almost, where he wants to be that guy. He said on numerous times that he wants to be the champion. He wants to be the focal point. He is him. It's all about Bobby.
Bobby here with some athleticism. Take a look at it one more time here. Shoots Dash. Slipping through the legs there.
And then that pop-up Hurricanrana right here. Just snaps it off as fast as he can.
Right in front of Eric Silva here, making sure Silva gets an up-close and personal look at what he can expect in TakeOver. You know, Matt Black made a point earlier about title shots just being handed out. I would guarantee you that if Bobby Mitchell was handed a title shot in Matt Black, he would tell you right now that he's going to walk out Mitchell.
There's not many instances that Bobby Mitchell isn't going to tell you that he's going to walk out being the winner in anything.
Oh, wait. Oh! Crushing Dash. The ropes here. Oh, but he catches him the enziguri. Well, today this is about as expected as I think you could expect your Bobby Mitchell taking as much time as he can here to own the center of the ring. And Dash with another big uppercut.
Oh, and just drop kicks to the knees.
Trailer hitch, as he calls it. Bobby,
Don't get me started on that trailer hitch.
Bobby, the counter there, was over belly to back, but got counter. Oh no. Bobby's going to that place early here. He's got Dash up in the center of the ring for a brainbuster.
And we've seen where that brainbuster leads to.
Now look at this. Here's what started it off, this counter crossbody. Bobby Mitchell on a roll early in this match. One more time, we're going to take a look at this brainbuster. Going for the big guns early here, trying to put Dash away.
We see Bobby, I guess if you want to call it as of late, maybe unhinged, maybe like simply aggressive, wanting to just impose his will on a devastating level.
It looked like he was trying to get Eric Silva out of the ring there. Eric was in there to break the pin. And,
I'll say he went straight to Eric. That focus that he just had just completely shifted the minute Eric stuck his foot in that ring.
Well, it was almost like you called it there today, this unhinged aggression of his. I mean, he said that the six-man tag match was going to be a bloodbath by the time he is through. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Dash! Oh! He's down here in front of us. What's Bobby doing? Oh, Eric Silva blocking him there. Wait, he goes up and over him though.
He catches Dash with the forearm.
Look at this. He's looking for Eric Silva again here. They got a hold of. Oh.
I'm surprised he didn't run right back after Eric in that. Almost showing a little bit of restraint here.
I think he's just playing with Silva. He knows Silva's still not the legal man in this match. Silva's going to have to be careful not to let that get. Oh, he went for the cross-country kick and Dash got out of the way. Oh, here comes the cavalry. Walter Scott and Matt Black clearing the ring of Dash's tag partners here.
And this is that competitive edge of the champions. They're not going to want to lose any type of match.
Bobby's running in the corner. Dash really needs to make a tag here. He's completely cut off from his partner.
But not only that, there's no partners on the apron for him to tag.
Eric Silva started to get back in there, but had to think twice. Again, he's got to be careful not to be disqualified in this match.
I'll say he can't let his rage against Bobby cost him any of these matches.
Dash here hitting the ropes. Bulldog connects. Oh, Bobby here. Oh, nice clothesline.
He grabbed that just for that extra momentum, whipped him around.
And he spun him right into that. And Bobby here still dedicating this match for his team.
Gabe got one payback there for basically Matt Black interrupting a lot of the pins, or defending the pins, so you will.
Dash to the top rope. Bobby. Oh, no! Cross.
Oh, he caught him.
Dash took too long. Bobby was getting up to his feet and recovered. Oh, the timing of that kick. Dash has got to be out of this match here. Wait. Oh. Matt Black clearing the ring again. Dash somehow fighting back here. Bobby in the turn on this attack of Gabe. Gabe ready to get some retribution here on Bobby Mitchell as well.
Oh, here we go.
Slingshot drop kick with the assist. Ooh, oh, Matt Black barely in for the save there. Eric Silva getting rid of the NXT champion. Bobby Mitchell though with the counter. Bobby and Walter. There's a little bit of a miscommunication there, and there's a tag to Matt Black finally. Oh, what a shoulder block. Down goes Gabe and Zane.
It's been one of those things, if you will, the champions team, if you want to go with that, they're almost in a sense of disarray as well as on the opposite side you have Eric, Gabe, and Dash. They're working on that same page.
That's what we saw earlier. We saw the backstage encounters between the teams. Eric Silva really worked hard to make sure that His team was on the same page. Bobby Mitchell seemed to. Oh, look at Matt Black! You're taking advantage. Oh.
Just right in the eyes against the rope. What a beauty.
Yeah, the other team here though. Yeah, Bobby Mitchell. I don't know what he was saying backstage, but Matt Black and Walter Scott were not fans of it. Not buying the Bobby Mitchell Kool-Aid, if you will. Matt Black here just taunting Gabe and Zane. You know, he thinks Gabe is probably so far beneath him on the totem pole.
Well, he's making a kind of systematic dissection here of Gabe, if you will, though.
Oh, look at this, that chop block, and now he's got both of the legs. Oh no! Oh my God! Stopping his knee.
That's a quick way to just destroy somebody's knees.
Look at this, back into their turnbuckle now. Tag back to Bobby here. Walter was kind of made to watch. What are they doing here? Oh, you gotta be kidding! Oh my God!
Oh!
That was a cross-country kick and a knee lift from the champion to the back of the neck. Oh, the impact, simultaneous impact there.
Gabe might be out.
Gabe somehow, I think Eric Silva might have got out of there to break that up. And Bobby Mitchell taking it out.
Bobby, like, is this unhinged Bobby coming out now?
That was a shock that Eric Silva knocking him off the apron as well. And Gabe and Zane right through the mat.
Gabe needs to tag out. He has taken a ton of punishment here. Oh. He has another brain buster from Bobby. He said that Gabe was going to be his target of destruction here tonight.
Oh, he's looking to send a message here. Begging for him to get to his feet. He's just stalking him here. Oh! Took too long. Gabe saw that one coming.
Oh!
Kicks it. Oh! Matches all over the place. Gabe Zane clear the ring now. He wants Bobby one-on-one here. Bobby was calling him out earlier. Gabe Zane wants that payback on him. Gabe out of range trying to catch him. Watch that big forearm. Fire in the lane now. Wait, Gabe dumping Bobby to the outside here and maybe think it's something high risk in his own.
Oh, he's going.
Wait. Oh no, Bobby cut him off.
Oh, he's getting ready again.
Close line. Oh, and there's the cross country kick this time.
Again, I guess we'll call that number 2. Since earlier he caught that tandem one.
Yeah, absolutely. Gabe's out. Wait, he's gonna make a tag here. Wait, Matt Black. Where's the champion going? He's got a match to win here tonight.
But guess that he said what he said he was going to show us what he thought of the 6-man tag match.
Bobby completely distracted here by this. Little loss. Does that my way? Oh my God! Gabe's got him on the top rope.
Black's gone. He's gone. He's not here. He's done left the building probably.
Well, this match has now become a 3-on-2 handicap match as a result. Bobby Mitchell needs to tag in Walter Scott, who is still yet to be made legal in this match. He's spent it the entire time on the ring apron. You gotta think
not only that, the distraction, the mindset of Bobby at this point can't be on the match. He has to be almost maybe curious, confused. There's no telling.
Look at this today. Gabe and Zane and Dash.
Oh, a power bomb into like an insecurity kick almost from Dash.
Bobby Mitchell has to rely on Walter Scott at this point in the match.
At least it's a man he respects. I mean, could you imagine if Walter did that and it was left to Bobby Mitchell and Matt Black?
This would be a free-for-all if that was the case. He's trying to rally here. Dash back in. I think Eric Silva hasn't been tagged into this match yet either. Dash putting Bobby into his own turnbuckle. It's countered. Walter letting Bobby handle this on his own. Stepped off the apron there.
We know Walter's been glamoring for competition and stuff, but I mean, you gotta look at it like this. It might be more advantageous for him just to let Bobby do all the work and him just worry about Prelude to Violence and staying well rested.
There's the tag to Walter Scott late into this match now. Again, Bobby has just been the center focus of this match for their team, especially now with the NXT champion completely out of the match. It's Matt Black calling RPJ there that he's going to get the last half of the night. He's not going to participate in the match scheduled for him.
Yeah, I guess you just have to wonder about that. Those two have just been, he's almost basically saying a retaliation of basically being booked in this. But I mean, you also got to wonder, is it kind of smart just to leave and not worry about this, to just save yourself from Prelude to Violence?
Well, you have Anthony Adams, no holds barred, a couple days away from here. Yeah, you got to think that maybe you do need to save yourself. Wait a second. Walter here, rocket kick connects.
Boot to face.
A Dash with the counter. Oh, a big clothesline. Dash has been a former contender for the Hardcore Championship. Oh.
That was a kick straight to the spine.
This is advantageous for Dash, Gabe, and Eric Silva all together here. You know, either one of these two may pin Walter Scott. We could be seeing an impromptu hardcore title match possibly. Oh, there's that kick again.
Yeah, I mean, to face it, if one of these men pins or submits Walter, let's say that happens, Walter's not going to be satisfied. I would imagine Walter would be one of those people that he would put that title on the line, risk his title, just to have that opportunity to show he's better than the person that beat him.
Walter here barely getting to the ropes off that DDT from Dash. Now, I have to say, I'm surprised with the teamwork we're seeing from Dash and Pickens in here. A team that seemingly was thrown together. These two are working very well. Wait, oh, Walter rocking Dash with that punch. Oh no. Up on the apron here. Oh, that's dangerous.
Oof. You gotta think that LAD board is right there too.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing pleasant about this impact as we take a look at it one more time. Flattening them out on that ring. And they said the LED board as well. Wait, Gabe coming to the assist here, but Walter with the counter, and he takes Dash down as well.
He just countered literally Gabe into Dash. That is fantastic.
It's the tenacity of the hardcore champion. We talked about it. Walter Scott just continues to adapt here, and oh, what a kick!
You gotta wonder if Walter wants to hit that elbow on somebody. That elbow has just been devastating too as of late.
He takes a Dash down. Dash looking to steal this thing, trying to put it on Walter Scott here in the 6-1 tag. Going to go for that diving headbutt. This is going to be an episode of the Hardcore Champion next. Back-to-back finishing maneuvers. That's Walter Scott, who might be needing to make the tag back to Bobby Mitchell here, taking the blunt of Dash McNastybones' biggest offense in succession.
Oh, there's nobody for Walter to tag. Gabe got rid of Bobby.
This could be it. No, oh my God, Walter kicking out. Oh, Bobby very slow to recover. Yeah, he's put so much time in the ring tonight. He's got to be exhausted here. Wait, Walter rising him up.
Oh, here we go.
He's going to connect with him.
That's it. Dash is out. We've seen before, it only takes one of these.
That's the McNastybones' entire skill set with one great Scott elbow. Bobby getting back out of the ring here. Well, recovering. Oh, what is this? Wait a second.
What?
Oh! Oh no!
Oh! Walter just tattooed Bobby on the face when he tagged himself in. What is Bobby thinking?
Walter had McNastybones put away with the elbow. Bobby trying to hog the glory here.
And Walter's left. Walter is walking up the ramp.
In a very bad place now. This has become a 3-on-1 affair today. There's nobody left to help Mitchell.
Bobby Mitchell, he clamored for the spotlight. He told them that basically you two, like he told the champions that they could just basically just sit back and watch. I got this. Well, he's going to be eating his words here tonight.
Hey, look at this. He was saying that this is going to be a bloodbath. McNastybones just opened him up. His prophecy coming true for himself here tonight. Bobby Mitchell's night has completely backfired on him, blowing up in his face. And look at this attack to Eric Silva, who's been dying to get his hands on Bobby Mitchell here.
Oh no. Oh. He's out. Eric just hits one brainbuster and leaves.
Mitchell is crawling the non-existent tag team partner. He's all alone in the center of the ring. Gabe is perched up top. And a missile dropkick connects.
I think Bobby's ego, his glamour for wanting to be in the spotlight, wanting to be that guy, has almost cost him, has put him into this predicament.
Mitchell's learning the hard way here tonight. What happens when you burn your bridges in NXT? And there's a Samoan top from Gabe and Inzane. Bobby is groveling at this point. I think he has any idea. He's dazed. He's confused. Gabe, oh look at this. Payback is a bitch, Bobby Mitchell. Gabe and Zane's gonna boot with your name on it. Oh no. There's a tag match. Well, they're not thinking the same thing here. Oh my god,
Everybody's giving brainbusters to Bobby here.
Bobby Mitchell paying the price dearly here tonight, and just days before Takeover, Prelude to Violence. This is not how he wanted to go into this big profile match. Nobody here to make the save. Bobby's out, and that's 3 McNastybones into. 6-man tag team match, breaking down into complete anarchy here tonight on NXT.
I would say breaking down is an understatement.
Okay, you see this early in the match. Matt Black was working in unison with Bobby Mitchell, but he's not written in the stars. Bobby.
Yeah, you had to believe that was Matt's plan all along, was just to simply walk out or just do something. He had that already planned from the start. There's no way that was a spur decision. It wasn't like Walt, where Bobby tags himself in when Walt has the match won.
Well, you gotta think that Matt knows the statistics aren't in his favor, but he wasn't gonna be the victim here tonight. And Eric Silva, Gabe and Zane, McNastybones getting the final laugh here tonight over Bobby Mitchell, leaving him humiliated.
I guess here's the thing though. How is Bobby's mindset going into basically Prelude of Violence going to be? Because he's not going to be in a very happy-go-lucky mindset. He's going to be in a furious mindset. It might be almost a saving grace for him to be in a furious mode going into a cage match.
It might be, but speaking of fury, we got two super heavyweights colliding. Our main event, guys. Torjstein Almighty, Anthony Adams coming up next. And, we've seen Matt Black, we've seen Veritas in action, their opponents earlier. These two, the final NXT here before TakeOver. This is going to be an explosion when these two collide.
Oh, and that's right here, coming right next.
Other people are fine just taking part, while I'm here to take over.
Oh Lord, won't you say
folks, before we get to our main event here tonight, we're going to give you the all-inclusive rundown of NXT Takeover Prelude to Violence here.
Oh, we have the debuting Creed Adonis versus Mike Mitchell.
You know, Mike Mitchell has a lot to overcome there following tonight's loss to Marcus Grant, but we'll see. And we talked about this match as well. Torjstein Almighty in our main event tonight, but he is up against the hashtag Hoss fight Veritas come NXT Takeover as well.
And don't worry, we're already reinforcing the ring for that match.
And speaking of reinforcements, we're going to have to reinforce the steel cage for these two, especially after what we talked about in our last match. The state of mind that Bobby Mitchell's got to be in going into Takeover. Following the humiliation in that six-man tag match, he has become completely unhinged. And him and Eric Silva, I don't think these two are going to back down one bit.
Oh, it's going to be like a pretty much a complete hatred fight out of that one.
Following that, our first tag team match of NXT Takeover, American Justice steps up to the plate trying to dethrone the undefeated Forever Youngbloods, and this one should be a great match as well, folks, for fans of tag team wrestling.
Oh, exactly. Once again, like you said, the undefeated Youngbloods. Will American Justice be the one that dethrones them?
Of course, one of the most anticipated matches, one of the most anticipated debuts, the Ben Hopkins arrives in ECW-NXT, takes on the Idol Killer, Asher Crane.
The Ben Hopkins brand officially arrives at TakeOver.
It's going to be a huge match. We've heard a lot about Ben Hopkins. Everybody who is familiar with our industry knows the name. Asher Crane drew the lottery ticket on this one. He's got a big fight ahead of him. Speaking of big fights, the Hardcore Championship defended for the first time since WrestleMania 2, Walter Scott became champion. He's taking on a very hungry, a very determined Marcus Grant.
Oh, it's going to be one of those things. It's the first defense for Walter Scott. You have to know he's pumped up and will do anything and everything to keep that title around his waist.
Absolutely. He's going to go through a war. I think we can all expect that at this point, but Walter Scott's a man that a lot of people place their bets on, and it's going to be a great match.
And then we have the main event. It's Anthony Adams versus Matt Black in a rematch from Payback, except this time the stipulation is no holds barred.
Yeah, a stipulation made by RPJ himself, personalized for Matt Black after Matt Black's disrespect for our boss, our owner. Anthony Adams gets one more shot at the champion. This may be his last opportunity. The stakes are rising. Competition is rising here at NXT, but it's now or never. TakeOver, Prelude to Violence, the elite one, the infamous one more time.
But before we get there, we have this hoss fight right here.
Well, it's interesting. Anthony Adams has a victory over Torjstein Almighty's TakeOver opponent, Veritas. In that hoss fight previously on an episode of SmackDown, Torjstein Almighty and Anthony Adams were actually in the Fastlane six-man ladder match for the Hardcore Championship last year. But tonight, it's all about one-on-one action, and you can go ahead and scratch off the wrestling aspect. We're going to see a fist fight between these two big men.
Oh, absolutely. There's no technical application like we saw in Jimmy John and Brandon Wolfe earlier in the night. It is going to be all 100% straight up brawling, fist fight, and pretty much just bludgeoning your opponent.
Yeah, well, Bobby Mitchell predicted that his six-man tag match will be a bloodbath, but I wouldn't be surprised if this one gets nasty here when these two start swinging for the fences.
Oh, these two don't really come with nice attitudes to begin with either, so.
Well, I hope everybody has their snacks in hand. The restroom breaks out of the way because we got the pedal to the metal here in the final home stretch of NXT tonight. We are getting ready for TakeOver. Prelude to Violence is starting early here. Anthony Adams coming out full of confidence here tonight.
The Criminal. The Criminal, Cole. That's the name. That's the name of him. The Criminal.
Well, that's your opinion of him, Janae. And your opinion may change if he walks out of Takeover, the new NXT champion?
If he walks out of Takeover, it has to be through criminal and thieving ways of doing it. There's no way that he should walk out. First of all, there's no way we should have this match anyways.
Well, you know, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. If Matt Black went to the links that he went to retain the title at Payback, you're right, maybe we would have had this match. Well, that was for you tonight. I'm just looking right over here.
Well, instead of looking at me, he needs to focus his attention onto the match at hand.
Of course, he's trying to trap him in the corner and being made to pay for it here. Oh!
We talked about the fist being thrown, and it's already going down. It's broken down into just straight fist fight.
Torjstein almost telling him earlier here that he wants to choke slam.
Oh!
Ducks underneath. There's a big clothesline from Anthony Adams. No! A back fist from Torjstein Almighty. Shoots him into the ropes here. And oh my god, what a sidewalk slam!
Huge sidewalk slam.
Next to the cover here early. We got a quick pin attempt trying to take this thing home. And a kick out by Anthony Adams. Look at this one more time. Not very many people on this NXT roster who are going to be able to do this to Anthony Adams.
Oh, absolutely not. There's not even many people that can match the strength of Anthony Adams in that instance. But for Torjstein to just pick him up, man, it's impressive. I mean, and it's one of those things you gotta look. Oh, yeah, look at it going into like Takeover when it's him and Veritas. Those two are going to be in a unique situation where they're both going to be able to like basically manhandle each other.
Yeah, this is definitely a preview of that. Oh my, look at Anthony Adams with the power here. Oh, Torjstein able to get out of that. Capitalizing on this opportunity. Oh, clubbing shot there. Torjstein with a big knee lift.
Huge knee lift. Knocks AA all the way outside the ring.
Again, not very many people you're going to see able to just dispose of him like that. He's looking for a suplex. Adams not having any of it and throws him into the barricade. Just trying to pull him.
I'll say he's just wearing him out on that barricade at this point.
No, he's got a suplex of his own. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, hangs him out to dry.
That's not even though that has a little bit. That's a little bit of padding. It's not like basically throwing somebody onto a mattress. That's completely still a steel barricade underneath there.
The impact of being hung abdominally across any kind of object like that. It's almost a split you in half. Adams is getting fired up here. Torjstein taking his time. Oh, he's playing possum, it looks like. Works again. Oh, what a big boot there.
Oh, he caught that boot flush.
See there, he's playing possum. You'll see this big boot one more time. Anthony Adams, the impact just turned inside out.
Cool, so you can't honestly tell me that you feel proud as Anthony Adams is your champion.
I'll feel proud if he beats Matt Black fair and square come Takeover. He just throws Torjstein up and over the ropes. Like, you know, if you would have done that to Matt Black would have landed halfway up the aisle right now.
Please. First of all, he'd have to do that first of all for that to happen.
No! Torjstein! He's fighting up the entry ramp here. Wait a second. Oh!
And you gotta imagine when we see Anthony Adams and Matt Black at Takeover, it's no holds barred. There's no countouts.
Yeah, they can fight anywhere in the building. They can fight outside of the building when it comes to that. It's going to be a setting we haven't seen Matt Black in very often. We haven't seen Anthony Adams in it too often either. Oh. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very violent, to say the least.
And all that violence, as Matt Black said, it's on RPJ's hands. He made that match that.
Torjstein was looking for something big there. Oh my God, look at the power of Anthony Adams here. Just throws him across the ring.
Just flails him completely across. Almost like Torjstein didn't weigh anything to him.
It's just the impact here. Torjstein's ever felt anything like that before. I'm telling you today, you shouldn't count out Anthony Adams. He had Matt Black's number at Payback. He had him dead to rights if Matt Black had to hit him with that low blow.
At this point, all it was Matt Black outsmarted Anthony Adams. And once again, I will reiterate that Anthony Adams brought that upon himself when he kicked Matt Black in the balls.
Torjstein, lines up next to that axe handle.
And a long 2 count right there.
Let's see here again, Torjstein out of nowhere almost. Bam! Just takes him off of his feet. The concussive impact of that. Torjstein unhappy. Oh, he might be looking for the choke slam here. You gotta think here. We talked about this earlier, Jimmy John and Brandon Wolfe. Torjstein puts away Anthony Adams here in this main event. His stock is gonna just astronomically increase here. Anthony Adams, there you go. Big spine buster connects. Really cover.
He caught that spine buster flush.
Torjstein getting the shoulder up. Take a look at this one more time. Anthony Adams, his signature offense here.
Oh, here we go. You're gonna see that spine on the pine right there.
Yeah, almost effortless again. He's able to just throw and manipulate the body weight of this massive Torjstein Almighty. Pump handling him here. Anthony Adams is not done. Oh, drives him into the mat again. I mentioned it earlier today. There's your reaction. These fans are in love with the infamous one here.
It's downright disgusting that these fans would cheer a criminal.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is number one prime example why he makes a better champion, or will make a better champion. Oh, next to that elbow. He would walk out of a match like Matt Black.
Let's face it though, those matches are beneath Matt Black. The fans don't want to see that. They want to see something that is worthy of Matt Black's level.
A big clothesline.
A short arm clothesline, and just effectively with the power puts down Torjstein.
Anthony Adams, personal with the fans here as Torstein's trying to figure out what hit him. I'm a betting man. Wichita, Kansas wants to see this man walk out of TakeOver as the champion.
Well, luckily enough, Wichita, Kansas is a nobody city, so nobody really gives a crap what they think.
First with a big sledgehammer shot there. Oh, he's looking to put him away today. Found the opening that he needed. He's got him by the throat.
Oh, Anthony Adams just literally peeled his hand off of his throat and headbutts him.
Look at this. He just overpowered. We've never seen anybody overpower Torjstein like this before. Usually he connects with that choke slam. Into the cover here. Torjstein's got the ropes. Referee didn't see it until the 2. Go. Anthony Adams. The crosshairs set on Torjstein. From across the ring, there's a spear.
Woohoo!
Begging him to get up here. Anthony Adams. Oh.
They just almost just whipping him down.
Trying to bludgeon him there with those axe handle smashes in the corner. Oh, there's a shoulder in the corner there. He's taking him up to the top rope here. Anthony Adams.
That's a whole lot of weight up there.
Got Torjstein in position for some kind of a superplex.
What are we doing? Holy shit! Cole!
Hey, what the hell just happened?
I don't have no words, Cole.
We got 3 men down in the ring. Our referee collapsing with the impact. This ring is imploded.
This is why this man should not be allowed in ECW or NXT. He's a dangerous individual.
Well, he's a dangerous individual who just destroyed Torjstein Almighty at the conclusion of tonight's NXT, folks. And that's just a sample of what Matt Black has to look forward to at TakeOver this weekend. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We're going to have to get out of here. We're going to have to get somebody out here to clean up this calamity and this debris. Folks, this is Brian Cole for Alec Tenay. Thank you again for tuning in tonight here. We'll see you back for SmackDown in just a couple days' time.